Hi, it's May May with Nina Talks.
What's good? It's your boy Louie.
So the question is, do you agree or
Disagree.
do you agree or disagree that crying as a man is a sign of weakness?
Let me start that off as a man. 100% yes. I'm not saying.
Yes, what? Disagree
Yes,
or agree?
I agree that
Okay.
crying as a man is a sign of weakness. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna break this down for you. Real simple, real easy. You're allowed to have emotions as a man. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to express yourself. Do that shit. I'm gonna be real specific. Do that shit with your homies. Do that shit in private. Do not cry in front of your woman. Do not cry in front of your kids. I'm gonna tell you why. Because somebody in the household has to be the mountain that everybody else's emotional waves crash into. You don't need to be part of that. You need to be the example of what it is to be strong. You need to be the example of what it is to be a man, especially if you got a son. Especially if you got a son. You need to be the example. You can feel however you want to feel, but as a man, shit gonna be hard for you, bro. It's not gonna be easy. It's not meant to be easy. You have a much higher responsibility than the other people in your family. You are not supposed to cry or show weakness in front of nobody but other men. Period. How you feel about that, man?
I just feel like y'all need to be quiet because be for real.
What you say?
Be quiet, talking about you.
Okay.
You agree? I disagree.
Why would you disagree with that?
I don't feel like that's a sign of weakness. I feel like I'm not a man, so maybe it's different from.
You agree with what I said though?
No, I don't agree with what you said.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, actually, I do. To
Okay.
a certain extent, I do agree.
Okay.
So I agree that maybe they should. I just feel like it's not a sign of weakness. I feel like it should be okay for men to express their emotions, in front of anybody.
No.
Just no. Don't.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
But no.
So I feel like he said cry in private and stuff. I understand. That's
Necessary.
That wasn't answering the question because it's do you think crying is a sign of weakness? It's not who you do it in front of. So when you cry in private, do you feel weak? Do you feel like I'm being weak because I'm crying?
It is. It is a moment of weakness. You're not supposed to share that with your family though. You're not supposed to share that with others.
And I disagree. And that's how I feel like a lot of men grow up not showing a lot of emotions because they didn't see a man show no type of emotions. It's if you just come off as hard all the time, and I mean you're supposed to be the provider and everything, but that's just you should still be able to be the man of the house without
So who is your example of strength if you're showing weakness? So what? Okay, so I get what you're saying.
But that's why I'm saying that's why it shouldn't be considered a weakness.
But
it's not a weakness. That's just a sign of showing your emotions. Everybody cry. Everybody can feel. That's just that's crying is a reaction for that's some some sign
It's an expression of stress and shit like that. I get that.
So it's man or woman, we should be able to do that without it being considered a weakness.
So
why
what is the sign of
considered...
strength then? What is the opposition to that?
But why would crying be a weakness?
Got no ass.
Women can cry, and it's okay. It's okay for women to cry. It's okay because that's what's expected of society. But it's as a man, it's all about society norms. It's a norm for a man to be considered weak if he cries. That's a society norm.
Because
it is. A lot of people think that if a man cries, he is weak.
Because listen, when you start crying, that is an implication that you are at your limit. That is an implication that all the emotions that you've been feeling for the past month, the past week, the past year, it has got to you. It's broke you down. So
it's okay to express that sometimes, though.
It's
and that's why as black
okay
men, they are filled with anger and so much guards against when they're in relationships, they have these guards up and they don't want to express themselves because they wasn't raised around men that express themselves.
You can express yourself in a way that doesn't involve crying.
It should be okay to express yourself. And I feel like as a woman, I don't consider that a weakness.
Is crying the only way to express yourself as a man? That's my question.
No, but that's not the only sign of weakness. Anger could be a sign of weakness.
No, it's not. How is anger?
You can't control it. Speak on it.
That's no self-control. No self-control.
Hold on, you preach it. I ain't
So
gonna lie.
that's the
You got a
weakness.
point. You do got a point.
That's the weakness.
You do got a point.
That's the weakness.
You do got a point.
That's the weakness. So why is crying?
It's
why
still a weakness. You can't exclude it because you just came
It's
up with
not.
another
That's
weakness.
just what society put as a weakness. That's
You
not
can't
a weakness.
exclude it because you just came
So
up with
why
another
when a woman
weakness.
cry, that's not weak? That's
It is, but we
no, it's
accept
not.
it. We
no, it's
accept
not.
it.
All right,
Yes,
well,
it is.
it should be accepted for men.
No, it isn't because somebody has to be an example. Like I said,
An example of what?
An
To
example-
hold off your emotions, to not express how you feel. That builds up anger.
Yeah.
No, it is an example of being that mountain in your family. Being an example.
No. You should let your family know that it's okay to let it out. It's okay to cry. Like, it's okay to let it out. If they keep it bottled up, they're going to become angry black women, angry black men, because they're going to keep them emotions bottled up.
I never said bottle up. I said keep it with your homies, keep it in private.
No.
I never said bottle it up.
But look, it's not bottled up, but you crying, you still crying. Like, I feel like when a woman crying your man or your family see crying, like, Mom, it's okay. Wife, it's okay. Like, and they need that support. They need that motivation. As a man,
Come on, man. Let me go You got a crib, bonding it up. She was, yo, you had me fooled. I ain't gonna lie.
It's the questions that y'all whatever you want to talk
Nobody
about.
gave me
Who got a list though?
Yeah.
It's what do you think that these people talk about?
Oh,
So
okay.
much needed talks. That's why I should be there.
So,
I can't be changing.
do anybody have something to talk about?
voting, homelessness.
Homelessness.
Yes, that's a needed talk.
We gotta talk about that.
Who wants to?
But that it got to be related to men and women talking.
Or relationship?
Yeah, it got to be related to men and women talking to each other.
What do y'all consider cheating?
She said.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
She said it's having a baby to produce value or something like that.
Yeah, they
Having a baby to produce some value.
Oh yeah, I like to talk about that. Bring it in. Why do you think it reduced your value?
Reduce the
Having a
value of
baby?
what?
I don't know.
Yo, can you start it over?
Yeah.